Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Damn chilly out there today. We've been basking in some nice warm heat here in November, but now I think the deep chill freeze is on. And during the summertime you can hear the jet air conditioner running in the back of the furnace, and central air has got a massive blower on it, and y'all can hear it during the summertime when I'm doing some of this beer reviews here. And same for as the wintertime when I got home today. It's like 40 degrees outside, and it's pretty damn chilly compared to what we're used to. I know some of y'all are in the negative digits, and I'm glad it's where y'all are at, not where I'm at. I don't mind when it's cool, but once it gets down below 30 degrees, that's kind of chilly for me. So, got the heat running back there, so that's what the noise is in the background. The furnace is running. We're going to get on with this one. This is Wiseacre Brewing Ananda IPA, and this was sent to me by Scott. He had sent me emails and sent me a couple cans of this and another beer in a beer mail package the other day, and not had anything from these guys as far as I can remember or I know. I don't know how big this brewery is, but and these guys are out of Tennessee, and I'm here in Virginia right next door to them, and I've not seen this, so I don't think it comes to Virginia. Not seen it here anyway, so we're going to review this one and see what it ends up being. I guess he seems to like it since he sent me two of them, so we're going to find out about it. When I got the beer mail package from Scott, I did notice it didn't have a date on the bottom of the can, so we're going to fuss at them for that. I mean, if you're going to do an IPA, you need to date your cans, guys. A little bit of a stickler for that, especially in an IPA. This, according to here, it says it's 6.2% here on Rate Beer. Beer Advocate has it as 6.10%, and I really don't think it's labeled on the. Yeah, I believe it is. I mean, I got it written so damn small I can't see it. It says 6.2% on the can here, so we're going to go with that. 6.2%. IBUs says it's 61 here on Rate Beer. Commercial description on this one: welcome to Shangri-La. Ananda is the ancient Sanskrit word for bliss, and this dry hop juicy beer is our version of just that. Malted and flaked wheat create a velvety texture just before the citrus hop notes explode into pure nirvana. Meditation of sophistication. Well, isn't that special? Alright guys, over to the food pairing. This has got your typical IPA food pairings. Cuisine is the curried in a Thai. Cheese is the peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue, cheddar. And these are just reference notes, guys. I just toss this information out so you'll have it. But like I say all the time, I mean, drink what you want to drink and eat what you want to eat, and combine those two together for what you like. Just because I say it goes with this and you like it with something else, that's drink and eat what you like. Just make yourself happy, guys. The meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. I will add grilled meat to that. Glassware, pint, Bacardonic, tumbler, mug, stein, and Sidel. I'm going to use a double glass for this, guys. I really like this glass. I really do. It enhances the aromas quite a bit, other than a pint glass. And like I've told y'all before, you're going to see more and more of my beer reviews with this glass on the IPAs and stuff. Unless it's calling for, unless it's a Pilsner or a Lager or something like that, we're going to use a Duo glass most of the time. So every now and then I'll break the plain glass out, but I like the way this glass treats the beers. It enhances the aromas. So that's my sidekick there. So that's my favorite glass, and I'm going to use it. It's my OCD, I guess. Not recommended for extended cellarings because it's an IPA and the hops are going to fade. So hopefully this is a fresh can since it don't have a date on it. Hope Scott has sent me a fresh batch of this. So let's get the top popped on it and get it into the Duo glass. It looks very light in color. Alright, over into the light. It's semi-cloudy. I cannot see the bulb through it. I can see light through it, but not the bulb. So it's got a little haze to it there, guys. Very very light in color. Not to the golden lager or macro lager color. It's a little darker than that. Almost a peach tangerine color, if you will. And with that semi-aggressive pour, we got a nice finger of head of a nice white. The bubbles on the side are pretty small and tight, but there are a few bigger bubbles from that aggressive pour. So let's get a nose on it and see what we got. Fairly subdued, but there are some nice citrusy tangerine notes to there. Maybe a little tropical fruit in there, apples, pears. Maybe a hint of mango. It smells nice and citrusy, like maybe it's got some orange zest or something like that in there. Smells pretty good. Let's give it a taste, see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Scott. Thank you, sir. Rather decent. Not blowing my hair back or anything, but it's got a nice citrusy, and it doesn't have a big bitterness on the back end with only 62, I think I said, IBUs. So it's not like it's 100 IBUs, 61 IBUs it says here. So fairly subdued on the bitterness. A well-blended beer as far as the sweetness and the bitterness together. It's not overly bitter or overly sweet. Very easy drinking, not getting any of the alcohol. And like I said, it's not blowing my hair back or my socks off. It's not like an Enjoy By or a Heady Topper or a Pliny. But it's fairly drinkable. Definitely tell you're drinking an IPA. More citrusy, the hint of some dankness in there, but very easy drinking. Not bad, really not bad. I think this is produced in 6-packs, and for what I remember Scott saying, I'm pretty sure he told me that you can get a 6-pack of this for less than $8 including the tax, so that's a pretty good deal for a nice tasty IPA. Like I said, not blowing my hair back or my socks off, but very drinkable, guys. It's a very nice tasting IPA. So let's let it warm up a little bit, let the other half taste it, and see where we end up on this, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I got a little left. Just left an awesome lacing on the glass. It's a decent IPA. I mean, it's not blowing my hair back or my socks off. Wouldn't consider it an outstanding IPA. It's a little on the muted side. There is a nice citrusy element to this beer, a little bit of floral hops and stuff going on. It's got, now that it's warmed up, I am getting some of the wheat and the breadiness in this beer. I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't have a date on it on the bottom of the can. So evidently this is a fairly small brewery that either can't afford the dating process, or they've chose either date the 6-pack or the case or something, or not dated at all. So kind of disappointed in that. But I've not had anything from these guys before, so I enjoyed drinking this one. So let's do the final chug on this one. Like I said, it's a little bit more on the subdued side for a seasoned IPA drinker as myself. If you're just trying to get into maybe some IPAs, I think this may be a tad bitter now that it's warmed up than something like a Bell's Two Hearted or something that's a little bit sweeter and not quite so bitter on the back end. But a decent IPA. Reminds me more of a session IPA that you could drink 2 or 3 of these of it. But if it wasn't for the alcohol being at 6.2%, if it was like 5 or 5.2%, I would say it would be a nice session IPA. But there are better IPAs out there, but it was decent. I'm going to leave it at that. It was decent, and I'm glad I got to try it. Like I said, I haven't had anything from these guys before. So, Scott, thanks for sending me a couple of these. Glad I got to review one for the guys, and we'll sip on the other one here in the next day or two, and enjoy that off camera. Guys, if it had a date on it, I would have probably gave it a B+, but it has no date. So I'm going to go with the B, which is a 6. Definitely above average beer, definitely a well-made beer. I'm not getting any of the 6.2% alcohol. Definitely tell it's a IPA. It has the bitterness there, and it has a little bit of citrusy sweetness up front. And now that it's warmed up, I am giving a little bit of the wheat that they use in this. A decent beer. I think it's one that if you're into IPAs or getting into IPAs that you would probably enjoy. But if you're a seasoned IPA drinker like I am, and a lot of you are out there, this may leave a little bit lackluster in the taste category. So if you've been drinking them as long as I have, and some of you have been drinking them longer than I have. I've only been drinking them about 5 or 6 years now. So this was decent, but not outstanding. So with that being said, let's go see what everybody else thinks. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first, and Beer Advocate says 89 in the very good range. Very impressive numbers from these guys. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit lower than that. So if I was putting a numeric rating on this one, I would probably be somewhere in the 85 to 87 category. So they're giving it just a tad bit better marks than I'm giving it right now. So and over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 79 and 52 in the style. I think both of those numbers are considerably low. So, like I said, if I was putting a numeric rating on it, it would be between an 85 and an 87. Don't think it's quite to the B+, and I don't think it's a B- or a C beer. Definitely above average beer, guys. So, if you've had this one from Wiseacre, their Ananda IPA, let me know what you think of it. Whether you loved it, didn't like it, or the best thing you ever had, or couldn't stand it. Let me know what you think, guys. So, let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow and see if we can drag us out a 9 or a 10. Got my fingers crossed. See you then.